This episode of Geek-men and the Masters of the Thunder Nerds is brought to you by our sponsors, Super 7, Nerd Gear, SWA Sabers, and the Madness Entertainment Group. Welcome to another episode of ADHD Theater. I'm your host, Dustin, and with me tonight I have Ghost Peppa.
What's happening? What's happening?
How's it going, everybody?
How was your Friday, man?
Yeah, you know, it was pretty chill.
Yeah, mine was too. I actually spent some time working on my studio a little bit.
Ooh,
and
nice.
Doing a little much needed cleaning. You know, there's always that one spot that you just pile everything in.
Yeah,
and everything else is clean, but that one spot is just a disaster all the time because it's all the overflow. Well, I tackled some of that today.
Nice.
Got rid of some of it, or put it where it was supposed to be, type of things.
I just sort of pile things from one side of my desk to the other.
That's too. I cleaned my desk too. I actually took everything off and unplugged stuff and swiped all the doggone dust because I don't know where it comes from, but it's always everywhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, Mom.
It is everywhere. Yeah. So Mom's in the chat and Pops is in the chat, and we have acres of movies in the chat saying, I love the Dick Tracy comic and this movie.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. How was your week, though? Did you have a good New Year's?
Yeah, had a great New Year's. The daughter is actually old enough now to where she can wield the lighter at the fireworks shooting. So that was the plan this year which actually I've just gathered throughout the years, fireworks, because my local fireworks place, it doesn't open often. It only opens certain times of the year. And let's just say, okay, last 4th of July, for instance, they opened probably about 2 weeks early. So you either go the very first day that they're open, or you wait till after the event and they're still open for a day or two, and they try to just sell everything in the store, right? That way there's no more inventory left, because they don't want to. They bring all this crap, put it in there, hope sell it all. If not, they got to haul it back wherever, because they can't just leave a store full of fireworks, because anyway, you just can't do it.
Yeah. Bad plan. So
I'll go afterwards because the $100 box of whatever is marked down to like $35. Yeah, it's a huge box of booms.
Yeah.
So that's why. So I've accumulated some, and I was waiting for her to say hey, I want to do some fireworks. It's like, I got you. So I showed her how it worked, and she was good. So I just kind of stood back, let her unwrap them, and just gave pointers, and she had a blast. So I had a blast, right? I mean, you see them smile like, yeah, that was awesome. You're like, yes, it was. You know what I'm saying? That was $40, but that was awesome.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's anyway.
At least did you have any of those ones that you light it and it's like, oh, that isn't what I was expecting? But...
Yeah, we had this. So of course, I took her the day of, because the day of, they always have these little like doorbuster specials to where it's like it's nitpicky stuff. It's the crappy stuff, but it's a bunch of it for cheap, you know, for like, so this year for like $10, it was like this clear backpack. It was kind of small, but it had a ton of little bitty boxes of all different kind of stuff in it.
Okay.
And it was all terrible. It was like little snakes and one little funnel, and you lit it and it just went just a little bit, you know, but she had fun.
Yeah.
You know, unwrapping each one, and it's nothing that can hurt her. And when she was responsible with that, I was like, okay, this one here.
Now this one here
will literally kill you.
On fire.
it will literally, if you lean over it when it's lit, it hits you in the face. We're going to go to the hospital. This is gonna be bad. So she was real good about it. I mean, she was just like being real sneaky about lighting it. Now I give her a real good long lighter, you know, one of those little long things, you know, the grill things.
Yeah.
She had a blast. Yeah, my mom, she came home from her physical therapy session. She had gotten sick and had to you know, do a whole deal with doctors and things, and then she had to go to the rehab thing. So now she came home early this week. And so we've been dealing with that. So that's a good thing. Mom's back at home.
Yeah.
You know, and she's doing pretty good, and the fireworks thing, and
so she got to enjoy the fireworks too?
No, she don't care for fireworks.
Okay.
She never has. She don't like the big loud booms and stuff. Loves to shoot guns, but don't like fireworks for some reason.
Huh. Okay.
And it's usually because she's got 2 big Labrador retrievers, and they hate fireworks, and they cry and bark and whine and moan. So she tries to like stay at home and
understandable.
Keep them under wraps, but I don't know. She don't care for it. It was just me and the daughter doing the fireworks.
Nice. That's fun.
We had the neighbors. They can, you know, they seen us, so they walked down and they were cool. They brought some stuff too. So it was their 2 girls, the dude and his wife, and me and my daughter, and we just stood in the driveway and got the fireworks.
That's
had
fun.
some refreshments.
Nice. Good times. Well, I know we watched a couple movies this week, and also watched a movie. What was it called? The Housemaid. It's written by one of my wife's favorite authors. So we saw that movie, and it was actually not too bad.
Okay.
Of course, I wanted to see Avatar, but you know, that's just me. But you know, she deserves to have a say every now and then, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we watched that, and that was fun, and we also finished up Stranger Things this week.
Okay.
So,
well, a couple weeks back we did a couple of Predator movies. Remember? And I told you my daughter was sitting here when we watched the I guess the newest one with the deformed Predator. So she watched it. She was like, "That was a cool movie." I was like, "You never heard of this whole deal?" She's like, "No."
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. Now it's been a rabbit hole for her. So she's been with me like all week. So I forget what day it was, but anyway, so she comes in here and starts asking me questions about it, you know, this and that. And I was like, well, it coincides with aliens.
Yeah.
You know, and she's like, yeah, you talking about the movie with blah, blah, blah. And yeah. So we start looking it up and showing her. I'm like, look, the first thing we need to do is watch Prometheus. Because I don't know if it's canon or not, but to me, it's kind of like canon because it explains, it gives you some backstory, right? On how the aliens come about, you know, nothing about Predator really, I don't think, but supposedly this is how aliens were born.
Hang on. Okay. So, yes, this is Frida McFadden, my mom says, and you may have got an F from wherever you were looking at movies, but I found it was okay. I thought it was a fun movie. I know my wife certainly enjoyed it, so hey, it's okay for me. So, but you be that as you will. If you watch it and hate it, all right, then that's on you.
Yeah, everybody
So,
teach his own.
not every movie is for everybody, but yeah.
So
So yeah, continue.
she watches Prometheus,
Mm-hmm.
loves it, absolutely loves it, which I love that movie too. Even if it had nothing to do with any of the other movies, just the movie itself is fantastic.
Yeah.
And so we watched that, and then we watched the very first Predator.
Okay.
So she wasn't as into the Predator, the first Predator movie, as she was the Prometheus. And I think it was because just like, you know, the original Predator is like a masculine, like toxic, toxic masculinity. It's just like muscles and, you know, sweaty men in the jungle the whole time and just like raw, you know. So she was just like, yeah, that was cool, but me, you know.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, she's like, anyway, you know, the new stuff has the fancy graphics and the you know, look anime-ish, you know, fighting styles, and stuff, you know, with a little pizzazz of like alien tech or whatever, you know. So she likes that a lot more. But anyway, so we watched Prometheus and the first Predator. And I loved it because I caught a couple of little things about the first Predator. I was like, yeah, I remember that part. It's so cool. You know what I'm saying? Loved it. That's why I loved it so much. You know, like when I remember my dad got me a big like knife, and I called it the Billy knife because the Billy guy had the big long cool knife, and he scratches his chest with it and cuts himself when he's going to fight the Predator.
Knife
and
of Rambo, if you saw Lord of War.
Yeah. And he lasts like 10 seconds against Predator. He's just like instantly dead. It's like, damn it.
Yeah.
But I remember that part. It was just like, she's 13.
13.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
She's a big girl now.
My daughter's coming to that age too, and I'm not looking forward to it.
Man, it's not so bad if you just be blunt with them about life, to me.
Yeah.
If you kind of be blunt with them, like when they come, you know, you're out and about and they gonna see these things with these crazy ass people out there nowadays, and like, Dad, what's a blah blah blah? And he's like, it's a that and that, baby. That's what it is. Sad but true, but not everybody likes that approach. But you know, I'm not.
They're mentally unstable. No.
No, I mean, like that's a dude. Yeah. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah, that's a man.
Yeah.
Type of thing, you know. It's just using that as a for instance, you know. I mean, there's a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah, no.
Why is he leaning over, stumbling around, Daddy?
He's drunk.
He's on fentanyl, probably. That stuff kills you, or it makes you look like that. So don't ever do it. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
You either die or look like that. Do you want to do that? No. Yeah, that's
exactly.
You know.
That's a good thought.
Like, imagine how bad he smells, baby. You know, like that's not how you want to live, you know. So just be blunt with them, you know, and that's
to
me, that
seems like a fair policy.
Yeah, I mean, some things, you know, until they're old enough, you just, you know, because with a lot of stuff, you know, once you know, you know. Like you can't like not know what it is anymore. Once you know what, you know, sex is or whatever, you can't not know anymore. Now you know.
Yeah.
So you keep certain things, you know, close to the heart until they really come to you with it show enough, and then you put all the dad jokes aside and just tell them the truth.
Yeah.
To me, and you don't have as much problem as you would if you know, give them a bunch of fiddlesticks all the time, and then they don't know what to think because they hearing this over here and they're hearing you over here, and they're like, I don't know what to think. You just tell them the truth and show them, show them, and then they'll be like, okay, well, this time if I got real questions, I'm gonna go to mom or dad, you know, because they're gonna shoot me straight.
Yeah,
this is around 13 is when, you know, Santa Claus and all that seems to fade, and so you can be more honest with them about everything. So
yeah,
I actually enjoy it. She comes to me like with all these hard questions, you know. They're not really deep about, you know, weird stuff, but they're pretty deep about, you know, just life in general.
Yeah.
You know, she was like, comes to me last night. She's like, so if I wanted to buy a house right now, about how much would it cost to just buy a house? I said, a real crappy one, about $50,000. I said, but hey, it'll be a house.
Yeah.
And she looked at me like life ended. $50,000. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, you want to build one? Try 200,000.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a cheap one, like it's cheap, but awesome. You can make it awesome for that amount of money, but it's not going to be no mansion. It's not going to be 8 bedrooms.
Yeah.
It may not be 5 for that.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and then we got into this conversation. She's like 13, asking me like, would buying a house. I'm like, okay, you really want to know? Yeah, I really want to know. Okay, well, so, that discussion.
Yeah, that's for sure. I don't know. But to answer some chat questions here, no, I have not personally seen the 70s one.
I have one time.
But Ghost Pepper here says he's seen it once. So we'll get to favorite scenes here in a little bit. And let's see.
Yeah, we can move along. Whatever.
Who would you like to see make a new one? We'll get to that. I'm not sure if I'm really ready to see another one just yet.
Pretty good question, though.
Yeah. Does Warren Beatty own the rights? Beatty, whatever his name is. Yeah. Is that who wrote it?
I don't know.
Who owns Dick? No. Tracy rights. Oh.
Let me guess. Warner Brothers.
Okay. Warren Beatty holds a significant film rights after making a TV special to keep them. Interesting.
So he owns the rights to the movies or the character itself. Yeah, the character itself.
Yeah, I guess. DC Comics publishes many
DC
related comics now. Actor Warren Beatty holds significant film rights after making a TV special to keep them.
Right. So DC actually owns a
situation where Tribune Content Agency and media, Beatty manages the movie side for a potential sequel. Okay. Well, interesting.
Warren Beatty. Never heard anything bad about him, and all the movies I've seen him do are pretty good. So,
I actually have never seen him do anything ever. What other things has he been in?
That's a good question.
Man, he was the way he was talking. He kept reminding me of another actor, and I forget who it was at the time, but it's like, okay, so if I'm being honest here, I know it's probably not necessarily in his wheelhouse or just outside of it, but I would like to see either, and this is to address this question here. Hang on. Now I'm blanking on his name. Tyler Sheridan or Guy Ritchie, I think. One of those two, I think would make a pretty fun sequel. Yeah. So that's my thought. What about you? Any thoughts to that?
So as far as who I think would pick it up the best, like making a new Dick Tracy movie. I think one of these like a new Angel Studio type people would do it the best, but I think they lean opposite. So I would say either like Sony. I mean, Sony makes their Marvel movies are the better ones to me.
Oh, really? Okay.
The one Sony does. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, I'm not saying they're my favorite, but I would like to see an outfit like that, get it and take it and do something with it and leave it unwoke and leave it canon type of thing. Yeah.
Mhm.
If
Yeah.
anybody could do it, maybe they could.
Yeah. Well, so there you have it. Acres of movies. Said Tyler Sheridan or Guy Ritchie, and Ghost Pepper here says Sony, just general Sony. So that's your answer to that question. But yeah, let's get into talking about that. So we will dive right into Dick Tracy. I have not seen this movie before ever. Um, I know it was very popular when I was a kid, and there were lots of kids that would run around and say, "Go suck on an egg," and I would be like, "What?" And then my mom would be like, "No, don't say those things." Yeah, so
Why? Because some guy named Dick coined it.
yeah, I guess. Well, actually, the Dick Jr., so to speak, is spoilers. You know, but I don't know. You want to give a brief rundown of it?
Yeah, man. I mean, so there's so many Dick Tracy, old school Dick Tracy movies. But when this one came out, see, this was like prime me, probably teenage years. And I watched this movie over and over because I thought the like bad guys and all the characters, it was such a cool thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, all these funny names, and it was so like gangster-esque, like, you know, Flat Top Johnny and, you know, a Giant Finger Jim and all these things or whatever it was, you know.
Right.
And I just remember
Breathless
loving that.
Mahoney.
Yeah, loving that, you know, part of the movie. And of course, you know, everybody wants to be Dick Tracy because, you know, if you're gonna have a name like Dick, you better be a badass.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, so let's see. There's Lip Mantis, Manless, Lips Manless. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Little Face. Oh my gosh, that thing was funny.
That's what I'm saying. Like just the characters and the way they did them up. You know, they could have just done them like regular people, but nope, they did the costumes, so it made it more like fantastical, like almost a comic book esque.
Yeah.
Type
The only
of
thing that I can think of that was even closely similar to this in any way, shape, or form is it was that black and white movie. Well, it was mostly black and white. And white movie. What is that character? Dude, dang it, can't think of the movie.
What it reminded me of like you know, like Muppet style movies, you know, where they were almost like Muppets, but they were moving around like real people with the costumes, you know. It's like I remember I had that movie, probably VHS, man, and just watched the crap out of it, you know, all the time because I just loved the movie. It was just as a kid, you know, you know, shoot 'em up movies, pretty masculine.
Okay, so it had Clive Owen in it. Do you remember what that movie was? It wasn't Children of Men.
We watched it?
No. Haven't watched it yet. Dang it. It had Clive Owen. He was what was it? It was something. It had the big dude, and he had a red tie, and what was it? Dang it. I've gone this far down the rabbit hole. I might as well just find it. So bear with me just a minute here. It wasn't Children of Men. Oh, Sin City. It reminded me very much of Sin City.
Yeah.
So it was like taking a trip back, like, okay, if Sin City had an origin story, this would have been it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Also, Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow. I fell asleep through that one, so I don't know if it is still, you know, essentially the same thing. But yeah, that Sin City reminded me of that for sure. But anyway,
I just, but in particular, you know, I've seen a bunch of Dick Tracy movies. This one was probably one of my favorites, just
Wait.
because it was.
There's more than one Dick Tracy movie?
Bro, there's a ton of Dick Tracy movies.
Are you kidding me?
There's a bunch of damn Dick
Tracy movies.
I mean, going way back. Going way back.
Okay. Okay, so you're saying not of this era.
Like, no. See, this one was like I said, I was like teenager, and it was cool with the costumes and all. So
45. Okay, holy
I mean, the
crap.
comics were in like the 30s, like the late 20s, early 30s. The comics were booming.
Oh,
this is like Great Depression and shit, man. When this story is old as dirt.
Oh man,
old school stuff, bro. Yeah, with the Dick Tracy, I still got some Dick Tracy comics in there. I know I do. They're probably beat up, but I got some.
Wow. Okay, wow. Jeez whiz. So
and there's so many characters and bad guys and weird looking faces and stuff, especially in the comics. And with it's just a great story. It never ends either, you know.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I don't think Dick Tracy ever dies, or any of the bad guys actually ever die. They just get locked up and get back out.
Right.
It's like Batman villains or something. Yeah, it's the same type of, you know, but Dick Tracy's not like a mass vigilante. He just wears a yellow suit everywhere he goes.
Yeah,
so
bright yellow. It's like, and that thing is so bright.
Yeah.
It's
and
like
I mean,
a beacon.
So your name's Dick. You wear a yellow suit. You gotta be a badass. I mean, you got to be.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh man. Yeah, you definitely have to be a bad. Dude, okay, wow.
I mean, it's just it's an endless trove you could go down with Dick Tracy. I mean, literally, like with all the different things and spinoffs and all the things that go along with Dick Tracy, man. It's been around literally forever. I mean, I don't know a whole lot of comics and stuff that's older than Dick Tracy. There's a bunch, but
yeah,
most of the things we really like are not as old as this.
Yeah, I imagine probably that's, you know, way early days when it's, you know, okay. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty crazy. I will say that there was one point in the movie when they're chasing around the man with no face. It's just like, it's the question. It's literally the question. He's right there. Yeah. I'm like, wow, is this the origin of the question? I had no idea.
Yes. And a lot of these villains spin off from Dick Tracy. Yes, they do.
So the what I'm talking about, the hero, the question, he's a detective.
Oh yeah.
Do you think that spun off from that man with no
face? It very much could have.
Interesting.
I mean, it very much could have, because like I say, the Dick Tracy lore is deep, man. Is deep with all the, and you know, there's just one Dick Tracy, but the bad guys, there's like endless. The repertoire of the bad guys, man. It's a very long list.
Yeah,
and he knows them all by name. Yeah, and he can kick all their asses, and they know it. And he's like one of these dumb luck kind of guys. Like he just accidentally found a gun, you know, at the last minute, you know, just fell from the ceiling or something. I mean, it's just always something with him. It's just like Batman. I'm telling you, it's very similar to like Batman, to where just like dumb luck, just accidentally, like somebody came in and you told them to stay home and they didn't, and they came anyway, and they accidentally knocked the thing off that sprung the trap that did the thing, and that's the only reason you got away.
Yeah.
But then you saved the day and next. And you know, I love a lot of the Dick Tracy stuff, I used to love it because usually within of like a book or two, you would, and sometimes just in one book, you would get a start, a middle, and a finish. You would get the whole story. Boom. One comic, one, you know, start to finish.
Yeah.
So you know, a whole story.
Like one shot. Yeah.
You didn't have to wait for the third or fourth book to find out what happened. The ninth book, none of that. You'd get a full story of each book. You know, some books would take 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Because it'd be an extra bad guy, he's just extra bad. He had a little bit of juice or power or something, he had to figure out a different way to beat this guy, had to get help from something,
Yeah.
Otherwise, usually they were, it was like one, episode or comic. When you got to start, you figured out who the bad guy was, you had a little middle climax, and then you had an end where the Dick Tracy gets the man.
Well, that's interesting too. That's really cool.
Really love that. I love those stories like that. Like the one, gosh, what was the kind of having a brain fart, but I was watching pretty hard a series, and it had the guy that played he played Jesus, and
Jim Caviezel.
Yeah, and he was like the good guy, and he was like a cop, but he was getting helped with this computer genius guy. Anyway,
Person of Interest.
Yeah, well, that series was similar to where it had most episodes would give you a full result. It'd give you like the start, and then figure out who the person of interest was, right? And then you would get kind of a climax middle part where it was kind of mundane, but then you got into the weeds, and then you get a finish.
Yeah.
And it was kind of rare when it took 2 or 3 episodes to get to this final conclusion. So, but most of the episodes, I loved watching it because each one was like a conclusion.
Yeah.
It had a whole story in each one. And I mean, that's some talent, man, to be able to do stuff like that, to tell a whole story in 30 minutes or one comic book, to tell a complete story and make somebody real,
Yeah. No,
so,
I agree. I think that's definitely interesting. And of course they still had it was appealing because they also still had their B storyline with they would leave a couple of threads or one thread that would carry you over several episodes, and then you'd finally see the arc of that storyline.
Right. It was like a whole bunch of different things, little nitpicky characters showing up here and there. Like you had a story, but you had these little, like I say, nitpicky things coming in and out. And then eventually we get to that antagonist or that particular plot that unfolds. And, that's the beauty of the whole storytelling process, and then these people that are, they're so fantastic how they write these stories and stuff. That's why we're here. To like kind of celebrate them, because
heck yeah,
if I could do it, I would. And I gotta try, but that's some people are better than me.
Yeah, everyone is better than someone else in some form or another. It's just how the world works.
And hey, you gotta embrace that thought. Like I tell my daughter, look, you're never gonna be the best at anything, but you can be one of the best, and you can teach the rest. Okay.
Yeah.
So don't.
Plus, I mean, I think it would get really boring if there wasn't anything else to aspire to. Like if you
right, it's like I've got this is as good as it gets.
Right.
Like I'd never get better than this.
Yeah.
Like that would suck.
Yeah.
It's kind of like once you beat the game, once you do all the chores and do all the side quests and all the stuff, and you beat the game, you just like, yeah, man, like that was so fun, to beat everything. I got every token, I got every star, I got every whatever.
Yeah.
I got every potion or.
Yeah, there's still to this day, there's one game that's just like, yeah, I never did get that one final Riddler trophy in Batman Arkham Asylum.
That one thing I tried 1,000 times.
Don't want to go back over and do it again.
It takes a whole week just to get that far.
Yeah.
And then you got to beat that one little part. And it's just insanely difficult.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, man.
But yeah. So ratings on Dick Tracy. Let's see.
Well, before we get into ratings, what was your what do you think would be your favorite fight or scene in that movie? Someone had asked that question earlier.
With the Dick Tracy?
Yeah.
So when I think at closer to the beginning, I forget who he was fighting, but he comes in and oh gosh.
Was it Lips? Lips was the first villain.
Yeah. so he's fighting them.
Yeah.
And it kind of introduces a lot of the other villains to the thing. So I mean, that was probably my favorite. I need to blank on it.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so my favorite scene will be I enjoyed the scene. Okay, so I enjoyed the scene is sort of like right in the middle when there was sort of that montage. When we could eat, when we could eat, when we could eat. There's that kid who was just like a bottomless pit, and he just came into his life, and he's just like, "What do we eat? Is it time to eat? What are we gonna eat? You hungry?" Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay, so that was a so at the beginning when he has to fight the little boy's quote unquote caretaker, dad, whatever it may be. He says not his dad, whatever. And then the little boy is helping both. He's helping both of them. He's kind of sort of helping his dad, and he's kind of sort of helping Dick Tracy too, because he wants to see them both get their asses kicked. It's pretty funny. Like,
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, and then he still don't trust him. Tells him to.
Yeah,
it's not cursing. He's like telling him to go suck an egg or something, right?
Yeah,
it's the funniest thing, man.
That was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. All right, so let's go ahead and give our rating for this here. I'm
at 3.5.
Yeah.
Because like I said, since I was a kid, I enjoyed this movie. Every time I watch it, I see something I didn't see before, and I also remember some of the things we used to quote about it. You know, those little quotable moments.
Yeah, for sure.
Go suck an egg, and
Yep.
Yeah, see,
Like,
yeah, see, it's stuff like that comes from that movie, and people don't even know.
Yeah. Yeah. So I would have to agree with you. I would say probably about middle of the road, which for me is a 3, but I'd say 3.5 because it had a decent ending. It's one that I will probably end up watching with my kids. So just on those two facts alone, it's like, okay, well, hang on, there wasn't any nudity, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
no, not in Dick Tracy.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, no. So yeah, it's all good.
Is it Warren Beatty? Is like the big fat head guy. He's the small face or whatever. Warren Beatty is actually the character, right? I think so, if I remember correctly.
He's Dick Tracy, isn't he?
Maybe he is.
Yeah, I thought Warren Beatty was.
Yeah, he is. Okay, he is. He is. What's this guy?
Well, okay, so you were thinking of a different guy?
The big fat head guy. He's got the big fat head.
Okay, so there's Big Boy Caprice. There was Little Face, Mumbles, Patton, Prune Face. No, Lips. So you might be thinking of Lips. Manless. Lips Manless. Who was actually D.A. D.A. Fletchler was Dick Van Dyke, and so I was surprised by that. Let's see. Itchy was Ed O. Ross. Let's see. Yeah. Oh well, of course, 88 Keys. Yeah, but no, Dick Tracy was Warren Beatty.
Yeah, he was. He was. I don't know what I was thinking.
But I wanted to say 88 Keys. He was.
This is the guy that's like the guy with the monstrous head. He's got like a huge head. He runs a poker game or something. Yeah.
Oh, Lips. Yeah, Lips.
Yeah, he's Lips, I guess.
Yeah, Lips. That's the or Flat Top maybe, but
no, not Flat Top. I know what Flat Top is.
It was Pat Patton. He had a really big forehead. with a red suit. But yeah, Big Boy Caprice. Yeah, that's the only. Yeah, it would have to be Lips Manless or Big Boy Caprice, one of those two. But no, I was gonna say 88 Keys was Mandy Patinkin, which is one of my favorite actors because I mean, hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. Kill my father. Prepare to die.
Prepare to die.
I was just like, when I saw him, I was like, wait a minute, what? That for that aspect alone, it bumped it up a star for me. So, but yeah, I'm gonna say 3.5.
Yep.
So I'm right there with you. But yeah, let's move on to the second movie. We're doing good. We're at 40 minutes in, so we have at least 20 or so minutes to talk about it and the movies for next week. So you're doing good. Want to give a brief synopsis about what the heck Great Gatsby is about.
So, Great Gatsby is a recollection of this one man's recalling of a person that he met. And supposedly he's just like larger than life.
Yeah.
And his main goal in his later life is to woo this one woman.
Mm-hmm.
And the recollection guy happens to be related to this one woman.
Mm-hmm.
And this Great Gatsby guy is like, he's some kind of super
larger than life
genius.
Playboy.
He's like a genius.
That too, yeah.
Researcher. Like he's the head of the CIA or something. I think he's fantastically over the top with all his like things, and the entire movie, everybody's trying to figure out how he, and I don't really think they ever really tell you how this Gatsby fellow really made all this money and had all these things. Like they don't really tell you. They kind of hint at this and they hint at that, and then he tells you this and they tell you, so you never really know.
Well, I think they did tell you, because as Tobey Maguire's recalling, he says, okay, no, he partnered up with someone who is in the Underground Railroad, not Underground Railroad, the bootlegger.
Gambling.
He's a bootlegger.
The bootlegger.
And so he was
they
selling
bought drugstores. They bought drugstores and they're selling drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
But they don't really tell you, like they kind of tell you, but they don't tell you. And you only get one glimpse of supposed them telling you, and that's when Gatsby tells the guy, and he's like, he finally told me, so but he's told him all kind of other shit the whole movie.
Oh yeah, for sure. So it's again one of those things like, can you really trust what he said, or
right?
Is this
so and then
veiled lie?
So he's larger than life. He's done it all, supposedly. Yeah, he's done nothing except completely envelop his life after going after this one woman.
Well, and he did apparently go to war, right?
He went to war. He and he got all these medals and all this stuff, but then all of a sudden, you find out like, he went to Oxford for not 5 years, 5 months.
Yeah.
And he went to war and he didn't win the entire war, but he may have won one battle or helped one battle, and he got a medal.
Yeah.
Or something. But still, he was like an over the top. He's like a playboy billionaire.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, there's no way,
Mm.
you know, and then
And of course, like there's all this thing, like they're tracking them all over the place, and it is over the top, outrageous, and wild.
the one
But
thing I never really got about the whole movie
mhm.
was throughout the entire movie, he'd be the Gatsby fella, he'd be chilling or over here, over there, and all of a sudden this guy would like, Chicago was on the line. Philadelphia's on the
Yeah,
line. He would go over there to the phone and talk about what was he talking about? How
right.
to, you know, it's like they said at one point in the movie, they said like the prohibition had just ended
Mm-hmm.
and it backfired because it made liquor cheap.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it went from $100 a bottle to $1 a bottle
Yeah,
because everybody was making it.
yeah.
You know, and so
Well,
what
see,
was
that's
he on
where
the phone about the whole time? What was
right.
he calling? What was this thing?
That's where I was kind of thinking, like, okay, is he also in bed with gangsters, and that's how he helped make up some of his fortune?
Because
Because
what? No, the one gangster that come to the party and he told him
yeah,
to wait and he didn't wait, and then the guy was bitching. He had his ass whooped outside, like all of a
yeah.
sudden, like so.
It, it's definitely a quandary. I don't know. I've never read the book, so I'm
Well,
sure someone who's
I've
read the book could
yeah,
probably tell
I've
you.
I've read the book, and I don't want to really give the book away, but I'm just talking about the movie here.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they never really tell you in the book.
Really?
They give a little bit more detail about things like the phone calls.
Okay.
You know, things
What
like
exactly he was
how
talking about?
how he was feeling at the time, type of thing.
Okay.
Like in the movie, it's just like facial expressions explain it.
Mm-hmm.
But in the book, you don't have facial expressions, so they explain it, you know. And then the movie is actually supposed to be a representation of him writing the book. So
Yeah.
it's just like recollections, it's like memories that
Mm-hmm.
he's recalling. And some of them, so he's, for the most part, he's like, kind of sort of filling in the blanks because he really wasn't there. He's just like, this is what I imagined happened because I know Gatsby and I know this person, I know that person. I wasn't really there, but
Right.
you know, and I still don't understand because you know is he stupid or something? Because he's going to visit his cousin, which is the
Right.
beautiful blonde.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes and hangs out with her husband, and her husband, literally the first time they hang out, like
Oh, geez.
commits adultery
Yeah.
right in
Such
front
a
of him. Don't
douche.
care. Then they have like an orgy,
Yeah.
you
Right.
know, and they're like, say, and then he finds out Gatsby loves her for real, and he don't like explain to her, like, look, he's a freaking absolute
Right.
freak. Like, why
Right.
don't
I
you
don't
just leave
understand
his
why.
ass today and go with Gatsby? Like, Gatsby will
Serious.
like be faithful and just all you gotta do is kind of, you know, simp to him a little bit, and he just like be all over you, like you'll never have to worry about nothing ever again.
Right. That's one thing that
And I
definitely.
couldn't understand why he wouldn't just tell her, like, look, you're my cousin or
Right.
whatever. Like, this dude's literally and every girl in town, especially
Right.
this one, you know, this,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, that's definitely what I was hung up on the entire movie, and I was wanting to bring
You
up.
know,
I was
tell
like,
your, you know,
dude, come.
you kind of like keep that close to you. What do you, I don't know. Maybe it was like a gentleman's thing back in those days where he just
Yeah.
didn't, you know,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
didn't talk about
Yeah.
those
I
kind of
guess
things.
maybe.
Maybe I don't know, man.
But I don't know if it was when it comes to family, I would think you would be a little more like, okay,
Especially when it
listen.
got that serious, you know, it's like,
Right.
you know, it got serious, you know, it's like some shit, you know, some shit. And you got to tell her, like, look,
Oh, yeah.
I've like
Uh,
literally witnessed this guy, you know, this crazy shit. And he's like,
Yeah.
still got her over there. And
Well,
she
I
like
maybe
kind
it
of
was also
knew,
like
but she,
self-shame too.
right, she knew,
Yeah.
But she didn't really know until, like, it's like most of us, like we kind of know, but until you get that one person that comes like, look, this is, I literally seen it with my own eyes, and you're like, yep, I knew it.
Yeah.
And then most people leave then.
Yeah.
And she probably would have, but he let it, the writer of the story.
Yeah.
Like, let most
Tobey
of this happen.
Maguire.
Spider-Man, whatever.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know, man. So it could have been sort of like a self-shame moment, because if he told on him, he would also be telling about himself and where he was, and maybe he wasn't ready to face that. But again, at the same time, it's like, this is your cousin, who your well-being is like, I mean, come on.
I mean,
That dude was
evidently
clearly
she's
a
one of the closest
scumbag.
family members you have.
Right.
And not only is she your cousin, but I mean, she's a hottie.
Well, I take that back, because I will say, I was given information from someone that I thought was reliable, but and it was about the girlfriend of one of my best friends at the time. And so when I was like, dude, push comes to shove, I put drew the line and said, I'm like, dude, this is what's going on. Like, this is why she's into you or whatever. He was like, nope. And then basically just completely cut me out of his life. And that's that. And it's like, well, I tried to tell you, but
at least your conscience is clear about those things.
Yeah.
That's all you can hope for, is a clear conscience. Yeah. Like if you get a somebody that comes to the realization also, then hey.
Yeah.
But at least I got a clear conscience. Look.
Yeah, it was I was
like,
if given
you
bad
see
information.
A coworker like
yeah,
pulling money off the top of the books, and you see it with your own eyes, and you're like, hey, boss man, and then you tell him and he fires you, then you're like, okay, whatever. At least I got a clear conscience about the shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? It ain't me, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't know, but like you said, it is one of those things. But
for the longest time, so
definitely
it's
weird.
more of a this movie is more of a chick flick. Okay, simply, it's more of a chick flick. Most of the girls that I've met, that's artsy girls, they know about this movie.
Oh, really?
Like the artsy-ish kind of girls. They know about this movie and they love it, or the book. This is my favorite book. It's one girl in particular. She was like, and a bunch of her friends like, yeah, love this movie, love this book. That's the only reason
I can do is do this.
Yes, like
that's all I can do. That's the only thing I know about this movie was the meme, and that meme where he's toasting everybody.
I put it in the chat. Yeah. So, I mean, to me, it's something that needs to be watched, needs to be read. It's a cool, fantastical movie. Everybody wants to be the Gatsby. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to be the Gatsby.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be shot in the back but
yeah, or ran over. Yeah.
Then he got shot in the back because the woman he was in love with ran over the mistress of the man she was married to, and he loved her so much that he couldn't tell anybody that she's the one that done it, and she literally left him and forgot all about him, because now I guess she was comforted the fact that the mistress was dead and her mister was dead. She was like, okay, who you're in love with is dead and who I'm in love with is dead, and we're married, so let's just do this. Let's have babies and make it work, evidently.
I have no idea.
It's the saddest fucking story ever.
It is. It really is.
It's the saddest thing ever, but
oh man.
It's real close to like Romeo and Juliet sad too. It's real close to that, but it's like instead of the two lovers dying, the two lovers died, and they
yeah, I don't. It definitely seems weird. It was sad, but in a way that was also kind of like just why, why is this even happening right now? Like, there's so many points that we could have gotten off and told a complete story and had a happy-ish ending, but no. Instead, they decided to drive it into the ground. But I will say the writing style was interesting. The flow of the movie was very interesting. It reminded me, it was very noir-esque, because it was, this one dude giving his recollection of the story, and it's like,
I
okay,
guess he's in like mental health hospital or something.
yeah,
he's freaking disturbed, and he's going to this doctor, and his doctor's like, "The story's so cool. I want you to live with me and just write your story, because I don't think you're crazy. I just think you're disturbed about everything you've seen.
Well, okay,
and I want you to tell me the story."
Yeah,
write it.
If he was in a mental institution, it was one of those like low security mental institutions.
Yeah,
obviously, and because he had access to everything still, and
you're not mean and violent. Still. Just make up shit.
Yeah. So so he was so disturbed and upset by the fact that his friend, the Great Gatsby, died, that he ended up in this mental institution, because he said he called everyone that's enjoyed one of Gatsby's parties, and none of them came.
Zero.
None of them showed up. Absolutely,
he couldn't understand.
Zero.
It broke him.
Right.
The fact that thousands of people would show up anytime the lights were on.
Mm-hmm.
And when the lights went out, zero people even gave a fuck.
Yeah.
Period. They give no period, none. They gave none.
Not
they were like,
one.
No more booze, no more music. Okay, we're out. We're just
Peace out. Yeah. See,
like,
I feel like if this were to be retold today and DEI was still in control, they would make it so that they would be, they would be a thing, Yeah. That's just how I picture it. It could be how he felt. Who knows? But I think he was just a good friend, and he was the only one that really listened or took time to listen. I don't know. It's a thing. I suppose.
I mean,
but yeah,
I think, to me, because the movie explained it a little bit better than the book, as far as why he's telling the doctor this story, because I think he made it all up. He made it all up about himself.
Yeah.
Like, I was the Great Gatsby. I'd done all these things, and then it's almost like a Fight Club type movie to me.
Yeah.
To where I'm telling the story as one person, I'm living the story as person A.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And being person B, and I'm telling the story because that particular part of me died.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because
after everything I'd done for everybody, nobody cared. In the end, not even the one I did it all for gave a fuck.
Right.
And it broke him.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I hadn't thought about that.
He was kind of sort of telling his own story.
Mm-hmm.
And he done all these things, and then just end up, because at one point in the movie they said, "Oh, well, your bond scheme," and he's like, "What bond scheme?" And then everybody's ears perk up, and he's like, "Oh, I'm into bonds." It's just like the new thing, and he's like the anyway. It's to me.
No, yeah, I know. I think that's valid, because I mean, they do touch on that several times in the movie. They distinctly say it twice. Once after he got drunk accidentally as they were having that menage, however many, in the hotel that they had to drive and catch a bus and train and all that other shit too. So that's how far they went out of their way to do this. And it's like, okay, I was both within and without.
Yeah.
I was both within the party getting drunk and without. When I saw them on the street, I was without. And then they did that again later on. So
and he's
yeah,
like
I can see
watching.
that.
Yeah, it was like he was telling his story is what he was doing.
Yeah.
But he was acting like it wasn't him because he literally didn't think that was him. He thought it was somebody else, but it was literally him. You know, that was always has been the impression I've gotten. And I've gotten a bunch of pushback. Like in particular, these girls that were all into this that got me because I had never heard of it. And I meet this one girl and she takes me to her girl group, and in the girl group, and we talk about stuff, music and blah, 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 and you know, food and this, and we get on movies. Oh, Great Gatsby. I'm like, what's the Great Gatsby? What is that?
Yeah.
So then I watch it, and then I watch it again, and read the book, and then come back later, and we was talking about it again, and I started talking like this, and they thought I was crazy. I was like, no. I was like, I think it's valid.
Oh, yeah, definitely valid.
I ended up convincing the girl I was hanging with that, you know, it was a thing. And so she was like, semi-arguing my point with me. But that's been years ago.
Yeah, no, I mean, heck yeah.
But I just remember this movie it's like, if you watch it with certain people, it can bring up so many different, and I don't know why, because it's just a simple movie. But it's
very much like Fight Club, though.
It is.
You can have multiple different. It just depends on your perspective, your point of view, that in that moment, and that way of thinking. Because
he always somehow shows up when he's talking to the girl and this and that. It's supposedly his cousin, but it's not his cousin, and I don't know. It might even be a kissing cousin story. It's like weird, man. Yeah. It's like, bro.
So she even says that. She's like, "Oh, you wanted me to come alone. Are you here? Are you going to confess your love for me?" And it's like, I was like, wait, what?
And it's the weirdest thing. Like, okay, so in the part where he wants her to do the tea at his house, and all the flowers come in, right? And then he supposedly leaves, but then he comes back and he's wet just like he was before with the other guy. They were both soaking wet, and they come in, and it's I was like, yeah, this is the same person. It's the same. It's like he's telling a story in what is a third person, you know, but it's really literally him. Like it's me watching myself do stuff.
Yeah.
Something. And I'm a dork in my telling story life, but in real life, I'm the savvy, badass
debonair.
Yeah, I'm a billionaire, you know.
Yeah. No, I see it.
I'm just into bonds, right? No, you're not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I see it. I can get behind that theory.
Because the particular storytelling person, the Spider-Man man dude, he never gets into any kind of really pushback thing. Just that one time at the orgy party.
Yeah.
But he could have been like, you know,
he was drinking.
And then he comes back and tells the guy, he's like, I met you before at this party. And he's like, you know, like, you're the guy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm the guy. I'm the Gatsby. It's like, what? Wait a minute. Yeah, so it confuses everybody because even the watcher. So each time you see the movie, when you think about it like this, you watch it in a different way.
Yeah.
You know, because he's always like, he's the only one that got an invitation. Sure.
Right.
Sure.
Bet on it. Right. Okay.
So you sent yourself an invitation, right? So the only one to walk around asking for yourself, like, have you seen me?
Have you seen?
Have you seen the Gatsby? And he is the Gatsby, you know. Like, have you seen him? Like, yeah, I heard he was a war hero, and I heard he was a this and that. Oh yeah, he is, isn't he?
Oh, okay.
It's I love that,
and that's also why he's like, oh, I'm sure you've heard all of the fantastical things that are being told about me. Yeah.
And he just happens to end up in the special room in the back of the house. Like, how does he know how to get there and things and all these things? Whatever. then he supposedly tells you the truth one day, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it. I don't know. I'll save that for another time when I may or may not end up watching this movie again. I'm still debating. Maybe it's been said several times that we should watch the original one, the whatever 70s one or something. So
yeah,
maybe
I've seen it once with the same chicks. I wasn't as interested.
Yeah,
I think it's black and white too.
I
want to say it is. I'm not positive, but I want to say it's black and white, and it was like not as. I lost interest after that too.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Okay, so I even lost interest in Clerks, and I think Kevin Smith is hilarious, but I even lost interest in Clerks the first time I sat down to watch. I fell asleep, and I was like, okay, Clerks 2 is coming out. I need to go back and watch Clerk 1. And so I put it in, and it's like, okay, I stayed awake this time. Now I'm ready for Clerks 2. So, I mean, it's just, there's something about the black and white that just makes you doze off.
Yeah.
So I know some people are completely different and they think it's enchanting.
Unless I know it's like we can absolutely make fun of this the whole time, it's black and white, then I'm good. I won't go to sleep because I'll just point out everything crazy.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
yeah,
I'm just like, I'm just gonna sit here and watch this without talking shit. I don't know,
man. Oh, all right. What do you rate this movie?
3.5. Also, loved it.
You know, I'll say 3. Yeah, 3. Because and the eye opening didn't come until just now. We were having this conversation, so that's why it's like, wait a minute, that's true. He did say that a couple times throughout the movie. It's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I just watched it the first time and just took it at face value. It's like, okay, this was a okay movie.
2.5. 2.5 at face value. 3.5 at invoking. When it gets invoking, like, okay, there's a little bit of different, you know. And then once you rewatch it and you know what's about to happen, then you understand, like, he's not really hiding in the bushes. He's the guy outside, like, talking to himself, like, what do I do? You know, but he's like fighting with himself.
Right.
And it's so it's a strange once you go back, and because he's so dorky and just awkward, and you don't think he could be like this savvy. And they even say, I'm only 32. 32? My ass. Nobody 32 has that kind of stuff without, something happening. I mean, I guess you could, but I mean,
dude, you would have had to have been, well, okay, so to be fair, if he did have all that stuff and he did go to war at, say, 17, and then come back and then immediately start hustling and slinging whatever it was he was slinging.
Like, what's this, the 20s, 30s, 40s? Like, this is the mansions like this,
right,
in the 20s, 30s, 40s
were like plantations.
I mean, they were over the top stuff. I mean, like, it's hard to even believe stuff like that even existed, but it did. But it's hard for us to believe, like, even nowadays, stuff like that exists. It's just like, it's like,
you can only picture it in, like, I don't know, drug lords and stuff, because that was like a mansion of a drug lord.
Exactly. And how do drug lords have these things when honest people can't even have a corner of that place? You know,
Yeah.
all I want's a little corner.
Right.
You know, and I'll take care of it. I promise.
Just give me one room. I'll just rent this one room.
I want the corner, just separate it from that castle and set it over here. And I'll take this one corner.
Yeah.
And I'll take care of it. Raise a whole family, do the whole thing, cut the grass, plant flowers, the whole thing, man. You know, and they could just piss on it and just have parties and trash it and have servants and whatever, man. It just
all the service. It was killing me how he's just like takes a swig out of that thing and he's just like, yeah, throws it against the ground, throws it back in the pool. It's just like, come on, no, that's not where it goes.
So
yeah, but anyway, yeah. So like I said, I'll say 3 because it didn't get into the interesting convo until interesting thought provoking stuff until we started having this conversation. So
yeah.
But yeah, so that's that for our movies. And okay, I really probably should.
You got a topic so I could like brainstorm real quick on what next week may be, just to throw out some suggestions?
Well, we actually already have a movie picked for us.
Okay.
And that is Spread, which is an indie film.
All right.
Spread Pigs to Slaughter, indie film that's coming to our network. We're going to be able to show it next Thursday exclusively.
Yes.
And then we'll do Flight Risk with Mark Wahlberg because that's been sitting in my queue for a while now, and I've been wanting to see it. So
all right, good choices.
Yeah. Plus, there was one movie that was and that's who it reminded me of. Geez, now I just lost my train of thought and where I was going with this. Not that Warren Beatty was reminded me of what is that dude? He was in, what was he in? Let's see, he was in a meat zombie movie. What was that? Meat something? What was the? It was something. Well, whatever it was, I cannot think of it to save my life. But that's how it goes. But he reminded me very much of this one dude who was in this one movie. I know I'm being very specific. Yeah. Because that's all I can do right now.
I'm trying here, but I don't know.
I was just like, oh yeah, it reminds me of this guy.
Warren Beatty was in a movie called Shampoo.
Let's see.
Clyde, Heaven Can't Wait, Reds, Bullworth. He made his acting debut in Splendor in the Grass, 1961. Warren Beatty. And he starred in numerous critically acclaimed and commercially successful films.
Oh, what was that?
Bonnie and Clyde.
No.
Heaven Can't Wait.
No, it's something to do with
Bugsy.
No, he reminded me of the way he was talking. He reminded me of another actor who's been in tons of stuff. I just can't think of one. And he was in, okay. Duh. He was in the movie we just watched.
Dude, Tracy?
No. What movie did we just watch?
Last week?
Yeah. Great Gatsby. He reminded me of the dude, the
butler.
No. The cousin of the girl, because her name was Daisy and she was married to
Buchanan.
Yeah, Buchanan something or other. Buchanan.
The guy that played
Tom
her?
Buchanan, who was played by. Who is Tom Buchanan in this movie? Okay, Joel Edgerton. Jeez, good grief. He reminded me so much of Joel Edgerton.
Yeah.
And that's Dick Tracy reminded me so much of Joel Edgerton. And I just kept seeing that he would be talking. I'm like, I kept hearing Joel Edgerton. And I'm like, wait a minute. Wait, is this? And I'm like, no, that's right. It's Warren Beatty. And it's like, that's right. No. So that's what I was thinking of every single time he opened his mouth. It's like, wait, this guy looks so familiar. And I'm like, wait, no, it's not him. So anyway, I thought that was a fun, random, just in my own head, because
I can see the similarities.
The dude, he reminded me of Warren Beatty here, and then he was in Great Gatsby. And it's just like, that's weird. Crazy random happenstance.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Flight Risk Monday and Spread Pigs to the Slaughter on Thursday is what we'll be watching. So
sweet, man.
But yeah, if you have any ideas for movies that you want to see us watch in the future, shoot us an email at mastersofthethundernerds@gmail.com. So hit us up and we'll possibly work it into a future episode. So, or on any of our social platforms. And yeah, so we'll call it a night there, and join us Monday and Thursday next week and Friday of next week. And then, of course, let's see, we have Talon Crew on Sunday, and Addie, our good friend Addie, also has a show on Sunday, 4 to 6. That's Q&A with Addie and Q. And then have a show with Ryan called Talon Crew from 4 to 6 on Sunday. And then we'll be back on Tuesday with Joy of Drawing with Addie. And then It's Frickin' Figures with Zombie. And then we'll be back here on Friday for the movies. And that's all, folks. And,
yeah, man.
So do you have anything going on, Ghosty?
Not again till Monday Madness. I think we have Mr. Ralph Madrigal. I'm not sure I said his name right. I know we have him. And cool. It's going to be a good time. Monday Madness coming back this week.
Nice.
Some good guests.
Awesome.
And, right here on the Madness Network.
That's right.
Roku, Pilled, YouTube, Rumble, everywhere, man.
Yeah. We're everywhere, baby.
Yeah.
All right. Well, until next time, Thunder Nerds, ho!
Hey!